Ewu. Bro, I'm better at reacting to Ewu than these fucking losers, bro. These fucking losers, they don't even pretend to be the serial killer, bro. They don't pretend to be the guy advocating for them. I do, bro. In my chat, my people ask me, hey, Minnie, if you were the serial killer, how would you have done it? And I answer. I don't know why, but I answer, bro. Minnie, if you were the fucking attorney, how would you get him out? Well, officer, listen, officer, did he write in blood? Yeah, he did. He wrote in blood, okay, but officer, he couldn't find a pen. Now, when you don't have a pen, what do you write with? A pencil? Come on, that's for children. That's for children. A crayon? They're gonna think a child is haunting them. Obviously, my client's gonna write in blood. What else does he have to write in? You want him to write on with shit? You want him to write with shit? Come on, officer. So, was he trying to scare them? No. He just wanted to get the message across. You know, everybody wants to be heard. You want to be heard. I want to be heard. We all want to be heard, officer. So, is my client guilty of scaring them? Well, he didn't mean to. He didn't mean to. He wanted to tell them, your room is very nice. You snore when when you sleep. You look cute when you sleep. Right? Now, wouldn't your wife like it if you told her, you look beautiful when you're asleep? She would love it. In fact, maybe she wouldn't love when you say that, but she would love, you look so beautiful even when you sleep. All the time, when you sleep without the makeup, you look beautiful. She would love you. That's what he was trying to do. You know? He's just a man full of love. He's got a big heart. Now, am I talking about the heart that he has inside or the heart that he cut out of the person? It doesn't matter. He's got a big heart, officer. So, is he truly evil? Does he deserve to get sent to the bottom of the jail? I don't think so. I think he's just misunderstood, right? Have you ever said something that people took a little wrong and then they maybe looked at you like you were racist or something? Everybody's had that moment happen, right? Well, that was his moment, you know? Also, Mr. Judge, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was calling you Mr. Officer. Okay, it's just I saw you looking all nice and I thought this man must be strapped, right? Because I saw a bit of a bulge. I'm sorry, Judge. I saw a bit of a bulge. I thought you were an officer. My bad. Anyways, how about we give my client 5 years? Huh? Listen, you want 50, I want 0, 5 and 0. You know what? I'll remove my 0, you keep your 5. How about that? How about that, Mr. Judge? Bro, I could get the killer out in no time, bro. 5 years. 5 years, bro. I just mind control the judge. Holy shit. I'm actually amazing at this. Did you guys watch that fucking cooking? Huh? Did you watch that cook? Yeah, that's what I do, bro, when I react to these fucking videos. When these other streamers react to them. Boring ass motherfuckers, bro. It's the same reaction with a different skin. Same reaction, different skin. The black skin, the white skin, the Asian skin, the girl skin, the petite Asian black girl skin. Come on, bro. You guys, you're all the fucking same. They're all the same to me. All the same to me. Deadliest cult. The story of the deadliest cult in history. Man, there's no fucking streamer like me. Holy fuck. I'm way too good for these. I'm way too good for this viewership. I'm way too good. YouTuber turned family annihilator. What the fuck? Wait, hold on.
Hi everybody, I'm Mr. Anime, and boy, do I have a show for you. Let's go.
This is just an update video to let you guys know.
Oh, he's fucking Australian, bro. Of course. As if Australia needed a fucking more dangerous animal than what they've already got, bro. They've got all the poisonous animals, all the huge animals. They've got lions who are like twice the size of a normal lion. And they also got serial killers. Australia can't stop taking the L's, man. Just let that place be, bro. What the fuck? Of course, of course.
I'm going to reward myself with probably a 2 or 3 week break coming up here from YouTube videos, anime reviews in particular. I might do some blog stuff.
Okay, of course he's a fucking weeb. Oh, he probably thinks, listen, it's not pedophilic, bro. Yeah, she looks like a girl, but she's a 3,555-year-old water goddess. You don't understand. It's not a child. She's a 3,555 water goddess. Okay? That's what she is. She looks like a child, alright? But she's not a child. He's one of them. He's one of them. He's a pedo. He's a pedo, bro. He's a pedo.
I want to thank you guys a lot for sticking with me and watching the channel. I got more subscribers than ever. I have more views than ever. And
what the fuck, bro? Am I gonna turn into him once I start growing? Hey guys, thank you so much. I have more subscribers than ever. I have more views than ever.
Everything's going really good, and I'll see you with some vlog videos. Thanks for watching my channel.
In the early days of YouTube, before terms like influencer or content creator were in wide usage, there was a more homemade and free-form feel to the platform.
Yes.
Scripted videos were generally amateur comedic skits, shot in a lo-fi style on home cameras with lighthearted content. But sometimes the content took a darker turn, and sometimes the creators themselves went down shady and sinister paths. What is up, Ewu crew? Today, we are looking at the rise and fall of Mr. Anime, aka Trey Eric Sessler. Trey was an early YouTuber who enjoyed a wide following across the platform, creating anime reviews and comedic skits. As Trey's popularity across YouTube grew, his videos took on a darker edge and tone. However, no one could have predicted what was actually going on inside his head, or the horror that would take place on the morning of March 20,
Are you bitch? I got a
2012.
bigger gun. Nah. Pull up, pussy. Hold on. No! She's gonna eat him, bro. She's gonna eat him. She's gonna eat him. Cannibal. She's gonna cannibalize him? Never mind. Shit. Oh, look! Bro, I'm him! Hold on. I'm actually him. It grows with each kill I get. Oh shit, it's Excalibur. Let's go. Hold on. It turns into a bazooka.
Choose the next level. Play now.
You never seen a streamer, listen. You never seen a
Now,
streamer
let's
interact
get
with a
into it.
fucking YouTube advert.
Trey
just
Eric
like
Sessler
me.
was born on
Never.
August 3rd, 1989, to Rhonda
he's
and Martin
gay.
Sessler. His
Nah,
older brother Mark.
Listen, he likes men 100%. 100%. I bet you anything. He liked men.
Was born 4 years
100%.
earlier in 1985. They were a typical family with an
100%.
average American home life, with Lawton working as a local elementary school teacher and
I
Rhonda
can
working at
see
the local
it, it's in
newspaper,
the
the
eyes.
Waller Times. The family lived together in a one-story ranch-style home in Waller, Texas. However, trouble within the family home reportedly
can
started
see it
after
in
Trey
his
dropped
eyes.
out of college and was unable to find employment. Trey described himself as a NEET, which is an often derogatory term meaning not in employment, education, or training. Allegedly, he often clashed with his dad over the fact that he did not have a job.
Wait, I'm a neat. I'm him.
Tara Sandoval, who knew Trey since 6th grade, described him by
haven't
saying that at
sent
school
a
and in
message to my
college,
mom.
he wasn't in the most popular crowd. He had a small, tight-knit circle of friends who were also interested in anime and films, just as he was. Tara said, he wasn't a social butterfly, but if you approached him, he was so nice. Yet, Trey's aunt, Wenda Frierson, later described Trey as peculiar when she was interviewed by the Houston Chronicle. She said, I'll have to admit, he was quite strange. But naturally, I wasn't going to tell Trey's parents that he acts peculiar. His father was a very private person and never really discussed him with me at all. She also reported that she believed he was on some kind of medication for a health condition, but didn't know what it was exactly. On September 14th, 2006, Trey Eric Sessler registered his Lens Cap Productions
Bro,
account on
you're gonna pull
YouTube,
up?
and his persona, Mr. Anime, was born. YouTube was Trey's outlet
Mr.
for the pressures of the real
Anime.
world and his real life, where he could talk about his love for anime and interact with like-minded people across the internet. Online, compared to the odd and eccentric way Trey was perceived by some of those around him in real life,
LGBTQ.
Mr. Anime was known for having a
100%.
down-to-earth, straightforward, and relatable personality. This
Fair
contrasted
enough.
with many popular YouTube personalities at the time, who would often have exaggerated characters as their channel hook. Trey's straightforward way of talking to the camera while eating a snack and chatting about anime is
Bro,
recognizable
I
in
don't
2021
like the way
as
he's looking at me though. Why are you looking at me like this? Huh? Why is he looking at me like I'm a snack? See, that's the question. And the answer is because he was a cannibal. Very simple. Very simple, guys. Listen. Very simple.
something we might see from a streamer on Twitch, but it was uncommon in 2006 and gave Mr. Anime his popularity among the community.
There it is, Evangelion. And right off the bat, I gotta say that I really love the box it comes in. I mean, look at this. It's hard 10 individual DVDs. I mean, this is probably one of the best box
I'm a
covers I've
streamer
ever
on
seen.
Twitch.
With 323 videos and his popular Mr. Anime Reviews series, Mr. Anime commanded a small but dedicated audience,
Oh,
with
he's
over
got
1 million
fucking-
views across all his videos. He is
What?
acknowledged with kickstarting an interest in anime across the platform, with many in the early anime YouTube community crediting him with giving them the confidence and inspiration they needed to create their own videos about the anime they enjoyed. Mr. Anime was widely known across the internet, and even users who did not watch his videos still knew of the Mr. Anime Reviews character and series.
I didn't know.
Some of you may say something like, you know, Mr. Anime, please give any Astro break, you know? But no, if you gave me a break 100 goddamn episodes ago, it wouldn't be a problem. Because the show keeps going, it's obnoxious, it gets annoying, the Rocky never dies, in the movies he never dies, in the manga he's still not dead. What else is there to say?
Trey would often write and
Oh, my-
star in his
My bad. I had it on 2x, bro. I thought I was on cocaine for a second.
YouTube skits with his brother, Mark, who he was incredibly close with, and described as his best friend.
And he killed
Trey
him.
also made videos where he spoke with the camera frankly about his opinions.
Why does he have the Dunkel chain though? Why does he have the Dunkel chain? He also paid 20K for that?
Including
Shout out my boy
one where he
Dunkel.
shared his fears around the rise in mass shootings across America.
Hey everybody, season 2 here, and today I'm writing on something
He's
a
smart.
little bit.
Let's be real, he's smart, right? They always tell you to conquer your fear, you have to become one with your fear. He feared mass shooters, he became a mass shooter. See, you can't be killed by a mass shooter. If you become the mass shooter, and then a cop shoots you. So now the fear is gone, right? No fear. Oh.
Right? Yes, I'm ranting on something a little bit anime unrelated. I'm ranting on all the shootings that have been happening. I'm a firearms owner myself, but it is a little bit disturbing to know that you could be a victim in something like this at these times. All the people that were victims,
Wait.
you think it won't happen to me, but
Wait. Is he the guy who made it so that Australia can't have guns? Is he the guy who did the mass shooting in Australia? And then Australia said, yo, you know what? No, we're not doing any more guns? Because you know how Australia did that shit, right? And they recalled all the guns and they took all the guns away? Is he the one who did that?
sometimes
He's the one who
it
did that,
does.
right?
But seriously, every day I open Yahoo, I'm like, well, time to see what today's shooting is, and hey, there's another one. So I don't know when it's gonna stop. I think it's why.
In that video, he said it was unnerving to believe someone could be the victim of a violent shooting at any moment.
Jesus Christ.
As Trey continued his videos throughout the years,
Yeah.
they slowly began to
Australia
become
removed
darker in
guns.
tone and content.
You show his feet. He fell in mud. It's funny. And there was a little girl who was trying to follow us, and she almost fell and broke her neck. And I would have filmed it and showed it to y'all, but then I would have helped. Not like most cameramen where they keep filming accidents and they don't help. But yeah, that's the reason I can't bring y'all a review this week. But when we come back, we'll be doing any Ashes movies 3 and 4.
Okay, that
and,
was a
they're,
joke.
I think better than 1 and 2. See you around.
Trey changed his regular YouTube video introduction into a stylized edit of him shooting himself in the stomach. In 2011, his viewers noticed the most prominent changes in Trey's behavior. One thing his followers noted was that he started describing how different family pets were going missing, sharing on his Facebook page that they were looking for the family pet rabbit. What his followers couldn't have known at the time was that all of these strange changes in Trey were hints about what was to come.
He was
You are out of here.
You are gone. Leave my place.
He was killing the fucking animals.
Internet messages began circulating about Trey's conduct offline, with people commenting they had heard alleged rumors in the area local to Mr. Anime about him running around the town at night with a gun, shooting empty buildings, and killing animals.
What?
Some users even reported that they had seen him at night themselves committing these acts.
Nah, that can't be real. That can't be real, bro. How is a guy running around with a gun shooting and they're not grabbed by the police? What?
That's a cool song.
What? Bro, is he gonna eat it?
Whatever. Are you go home?
Ang.
Yeah, you're going home.
His alleged alcohol misuse was also rumored throughout this time.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that
Trey
rap was cute as
uploaded a
fuck.
video on December 11th, 2011 titled, "Very Bad News, Please Watch," in which he shared that he had been diagnosed with pneumothorax. Pneumothorax is a medical term for a collapsed lung, caused when a hole in the lung is leaking air out into the chest cavity. It is unknown what caused Trey's lung to collapse or how
Bacteria.
collapsed his lung was. However, pneumothorax is normally caused by trauma to the chest. Trey explained to his viewers that he was short of breath, in pain, and not sleeping much at all,
I don't got pneumothorax,
asking any
but
of his
slowly.
religious viewers to pray for him to get better. Soon after, in early March
Strong lungs.
2012, when Trey was 22, he uploaded his third to last
Damn,
video.
22?
Arguably the most famous video from this case, and ominously entitled, "Mr. Anime is Planning Something." In the video, Trey
Most of the times that we see people go from normal to abnormal, it's when they're like 13, 14, 15, 16. Once they reach 20, they don't switch. This motherfucker switched at 22. Usually it's much younger. Usually it's when they get testosterone and their body starts going insane. Bro, 22 is ridiculous.
shares that he has some big plans coming up, and he will be
Fuck.
unable to commit to his usual upload schedule.
Well, hi everybody, it's Mr. Anime here, and I'm recording on my MacBook's web camera, and my MacBook's from like
Usually it's much
4 years ago, so the
younger.
web camera's not that great, so you'll have to bear with me. This is just an update video to let you guys know that I'm going to reward myself with probably a 2 or 3 week break
three
coming up
murder
here
spree.
from YouTube videos, anime reviews in
Take my
particular.
nuts.
I might do
Hell
some
no.
blog stuff. I want to thank you guys a lot for sticking with me and
Yeah.
watching the channel. I got more subscribers than ever. I have more views than ever.
Bro, he looks like he's about to cry.
Everything is going really good.
You
So-
wanna cry, little boy? He wants to cry. You wanna cry, little boy?
So I'll probably be putting out some blog videos, like I said. And I hope you enjoy those blog videos. I hope you definitely enjoy
We'll see.
those. And I'll see you
Oh,
with
he
some
was
blog
definitely
videos.
crying, bro.
Thanks for watching my channel.
Trey uploaded a further video shortly after this, describing that he had found himself his dream job in the film industry, and he was very happy and looking forward to his future. He did not share any further information about which company or what his
Resemblance.
job role would be, and there has been no evidence that he had actually obtained a job in the film industry.
Oh, he was a schizo.
This fact has led many to believe that the job did not exist. A week later, on the night of the 19th of March, 2012,
Dude, they really like using this fucking shot. This shot, I've seen this shot in that video so many times.
Trey was reportedly binge drinking throughout the night into the morning. At some point in the
Straight
early hours, he called his mother into their garage.
His mother was John Lennon? I thought John Lennon was murdered, bro. What the fuck? John! What's up, man? It's good to see you're alive. Look, it's John Lennon.
There, He shot her at point-blank range 4 times in the chest.
John!
Rhonda died instantly.
No, okay, stop.
Trey later stated in a police interview
Bro.
that this was a defining moment for him. In his confession, he stated, "I couldn't just go and tell my brother and dad and tell them I've just killed Mom."
So he killed
He
his
was
mom.
now
He
fully
killed his
committed to
brother
his
and-
plan, seeing
Oh,
no
shit.
way to go back or stop what he had just
Why did he kill his
started.
mom, bro?
His brother Mark, upon hearing the noise of gunshots in the garage, called out to Trey to investigate. Trey went inside the house where he shot his brother in the head.
Oh
Hearing
my
all the noise,
fucking God.
Lawton, Trey's father, sat up in bed confused and asked what was going on. Trey stepped away from his brother, who was lying on the floor in a pool of his own
Fuck.
blood, and into his parents' bedroom. There, he shot his father in the head twice. In his confession, Trey explained that after shooting his father dead in the bedroom, he then retraced his footsteps
How?
through the house to ensure that nobody else was still, quote, in pain. Mark, who had miraculously survived the 1 gunshot wound to his
the
head,
head?
was still alive. He had managed to crawl into the bathroom and lock the door behind himself while Trey was in the bedroom, murdering their father. Realizing his brother was still alive, Trey broke down the bathroom door, finding Mark, who he had once described as his best friend, curled
What
up
the
in the
fuck?
fetal position on the floor. Trey shot him again in the head, this time ensuring his death.
Nueva temporada de También los ricos. El
Don't give
tigre
me this. I
Azcárraga.
don't give
Por
a
Amazon.
fuck about the fucking rich fuckers, bro. Get away. What the fuck? He executed his brother, and now I feel like you're executing me right now.
Trey then retraced
Fuck
his
you.
steps back to his mother, shooting her in the head also.
Oh my God.
Later, in Trey's confession, he stated, "The thing about my family is I would protect them with my life. But if anyone were going to hurt them, it would be me." Following the murder of his entire family, Trey proceeded to trash and destroy the house. He
Make it
flew
look
into
like
a rage and wrecked the contents of his family home and killed all their remaining pets, scrawling
God.
confessions and admissions of guilt on the walls,
God.
doors, and cabinets, such as, "I will never forgive my state of mind," and "I love my family." Trey then fled the house in his 2010 black
He just
Ford
went
Mustang,
insane.
taking his rifle with him. The police were called by worried neighbors who had
he
heard the
fucking shot
gunfire
himself?
coming
He shot
from the
himself.
house, as well as concerned relatives who could not
must
get
have
in
shot himself.
contact with the family. As police arrived to the Sessler home at 1 p.m. on March 20th, 2012,
it was in
they
the
found a message written on the front
Morning.
door.
He killed him in the morning.
It read, "I will never forgive myself. I don't know why I did this. God, forgive me." Police at the scene described the house as, "It looked like a war zone, a tremendous amount of damage inside." A manhunt then ensued for Trey Sessler, which ended when he was located at a friend's house less than 24 hours later. He was arrested and charged with 3 counts of capital murder. Investigators began interrogating Trey, trying to understand why a seemingly normal 22-year-old would murder his family in such a way. Trey immediately
My guess is this: he was killing the family pets. Like he probably killed like some small frog or some small animal, and then killed a bigger thing and got away with it. But then his mother might have said, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing over there?" And she caught him, right? His mom might have caught him killing something. And he just had to kill her. And after he killed her, he had to kill his brother and his dad, right? That would be my guess.
confessed to the killings. The police described his demeanor in the interrogation as constantly changing and shifting. He appeared to go back and forth between stoic and matter-of-fact about
he
what
might
had
be
happened,
schizophrenic.
bluntly and unemotionally telling the police in detail what he had done, before he would shift to become frantically over-emotional and upset, seemingly unable to process that he had
Bipolar.
murdered his whole family. What wasn't clear, however, was Trey's motive
not
for the
schizo,
killings.
bipolar.
Through interrogation, the disturbing details of his full
She must have
plan
found something.
emerged. As Trey fled his family home, he drove and parked at the car park of his old school, Waller Junior High. He confessed he planned to commit a mass shooting with the highest body count for the time, basing his intentions around the Columbine school shooting massacre.
Oh, bro.
His twisted aspiration was to become the biggest mass shooter, murdering at least 70 people and gaining infamy throughout the country.
Why?
His plan involved waiting for the Waller Junior High homecoming game, where he would shoot into the stands. The ensuing panic and chaos would mean Trey could then shoot and kill as many people as possible before he himself was shot or caught by police.
Bro.
Trey had even been practicing for the execution of his plan.
This is so weird because most of those people who do it for fame, right? Most of those people who do it because nobody noticed them and then they got angry with the world and they do it for fame. This motherfucker was a huge YouTuber with millions of views on his videos back in the day. Like, he must have been in the top 500, top 1,000 YouTubers. He was well known. He was somebody. What the fuck?
He explained to the police that he had been going out at night around the town of Waller, starting small fires and shooting empty buildings. Trey had been killing his pets and other animals he caught at night in order to prepare himself to take human lives. The internet rumors about his offline behavior were not just rumors. This mass shooting that Trey had likely been planning in his mind for several years was the motive for the murder of his family. He explained to the police he could not bear the shame and guilt they would feel from knowing that he was a mass murderer. He claimed he killed them in mercy to spare them the knowledge of the school shooting he was about to commit. When asked why Trey abandoned the school shooting plan and went to his friend's house instead, Trey explained that the murder of his family had made everything too real. Now that he had taken human life, especially the lives of the people he loved the most in the world,
his mom and regretted
he
it.
realized the weight of his actions, and he could no longer continue with his sick plan.
Bro, talking about sick. I'm sick and tired of this fucking ad.
This was no longer a delusion or a fantasy that he was acting out. The full weight of the situation hit him as he sat in his black Ford Mustang in the car park of Waller Junior High, and he knew that he would never see his family again. This moment of clarity likely stopped a much larger tragedy from occurring in Waller, Texas. It was later reported that Trey had a morbid fascination with the deaths of his family, asking interrogators for details about autopsy reports and asking which shot delivered the fatal blows to his family members. He also confessed to police that he couldn't go 2 or 3 days without thinking about committing violent acts. Further evidence of Trey's mental decline leading up to the murder of his family was soon uncovered. 2 weeks before the murders, Trey had called the police stating that bullets were whizzing past his head and that he had guns and he, quote, was ready. As well, a high school friend who had become a police officer stated that Trey had called him and quizzed him about the legality of body armor for civilians in the week prior. When police searched the Sessler house and Trey's computers and notebooks, they found that Trey was obsessed with serial killers to the point of grading their work and giving them ratings, eerily similar to the ratings he gave in his anime reviews.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, that's a good content idea. Rating serial killers. Jesus Christ. Oh, bro, it's an actual good idea. How would you even rate them? Bonus points for women and children? Oh my god. bonus points and weirdness. Like if they were cannibals, they get extra points. What the fuck, bro? How do you even rate serial killers? Honestly. How would you do, bro? What my mind is thinking, wait, how can we rate them now? Oh, no.
The police felt this serial killer ranking was to help
bro.
Trey formulate his own plan
please.
for a
I
mass
do
shooting,
like music, bro.
studying which approach would give him the
Anything that will
highest
get me
kill
out of that
count.
fucking
They noticed that he had a
serial killer thing.
particular obsession with the videos of the Columbine school shooting, and Eric and Dylan, who committed the massacre that killed 13 people in October 1999. He had also...
You know what? That's the first time I've heard their names. Usually people just call them the Columbine killers. That's the first time I hear their names, at least that I know of.
been studying aerial photographs to help him plan his
I do like
massacre on
music, yeah.
Waller Junior High School. Trey pled guilty to the murders and was sentenced in August
Who doesn't
2012.
like music?
He was given life without parole and has not appealed or contested this ruling. It is reported that he believes he belongs behind bars. In the years since this case occurred, there have been many rumors circulating around the internet that Trey had at some point taken his own life or died. However, these are unfounded, as he is currently incarcerated under the Texas Department of Criminal Justice at the Jester IV facility. This facility houses 550 of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice's most mentally ill and violent offenders. It is often used as a short-term holding facility when prisoners are experiencing a violent mental health break.
But he's there
However,
forever.
some prisoners are reportedly held for much longer. It is unknown exactly how long Trey has been at Jester IV, but he is still currently held there as of March 2021. And internet comments in April 2020 also report him as being held at Jester IV. From this, we may assume he could be one of the long-term residents at Jester IV. Trey's LensCap Productions YouTube account was not terminated by YouTube until September 2020, with his eerie videos left up for more than 8 years after the murders. Of course, like everything online, these videos still exist and will likely continue to be re-uploaded across different platforms.
Jesus fucking Christ. Dude. Not gonna lie.
Orgulloso.
I was thinking, how would you rank the serial killers? Right? How would you? If you had to. What's worse? Cannibalism? Or killing family members? Or killing children? All I know is you need to give points for originality, right? If you kill hookers, bro, you and 1,000 fucking serial killers kill hookers. You know what I mean? What is that? What is he saying, bro? Is he speaking of serial killer? The fuck is this, bro? Steam paste store. You think I'm Russian? What the fuck is that guy, bro? Damn. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That was a fucking...
Alright, this is where we're at. Let's go.
That's a good content idea, but it's also, I don't know, man. It's one of those things that maybe you don't want to touch. Because how the fuck do you rate it? The most satanic? What's most satanic? Like I said, right? You don't have to do tears. You'd have to do tears. Right? Women and children, well... Women, yeah. Serial killers of children, that's gonna go up, right? Serial killers that also eat, that's gonna go up, right? But like women and gay dudes, half of the serial killers kill women and gay dudes. So. Human smoothie killer? I don't know if that's a bot, bro, but I think so. Human smoothie killer? Nah, I ain't watching that, bro.